So what if I told you you could have a stake in every single NFL game on the year? Well, that is fantasy football. So today I'm going to tell you about what exactly fantasy football is, how it got started, and the economic impact on it. So ESPN states that fantasy football is a league full of participants in which team owners serve as virtual managers of their fantasy rosters. According to dummies.com on how to start a fantasy football league, they have a set of rules. A set of steps. First, you must recruit friends and family to the league. Normally, you want to have around 8 to 12 members, but in reality, you can have as many or few as you want as long as there's an even number. Next, you must determine who's going to be commissioner of your league. The commissioner usually sets the team or the rules as well as the scoring and the draft date. Next, you must name your league as well as determine team names to distinguish the teams between each other. And lastly, you must determine the entry fee for the league. This will ultimately determine what the winner gets as well as consolation prizes for second and third place. So according to NFL.com, the draft is divided into rounds where you have one round for every available roster spot on each team. Therefore, if you have 15 roster spots, you will have 15 rounds. As far as scoring goes, this is set by the commissioner. Typically, a touchdown usually constitutes 6 points, as well as 10 yards for every constitutes 1 point. So the total accumulation of points for each player determines your team total, and if you have more points than the team you're playing against, you will win for that week. So now I'm going to tell you about how it all got started. According to Fantasy Index, it started in a Manhattan hotel by Wilfred Wickenbach in 1962. Over a few drinks with his buddies, they created the first league, which was called the Greater Oakland Professional Pigskin Procrastinators League. So they kind of set the scoring, set the way fantasy was going to be started. And now there are actually over 59 million participants in fantasy football. So it's grown such a large amount. Lastly, I'm going to talk to you about the economic impact on fantasy football. It is vast in number and in value. So like I said, there are over 59 million users. It is a $7.22 billion industry. One of the largest sources of revenue are ads. There are a lot of different ads on the fantasy sites such as ESPN, NFL.com, CBS Sports, and etc. Another source of revenue is spending between the players or the participants. There are a lot of leagues decide to have draft day parties as well as fantasy memorabilia that they purchase on their draft day, as well as spending by team managers, which is such as entry fee to determine the prizes at the end of the season. Also, a lot of the team owners purchase memorabilia of their own players on their team. Over 73% do this. And then lastly, as far as economic impact goes, there are a lot more people who watch fantasy football or watch football now because of fantasy football. So I hope everyone learned a lot more about fantasy football today, and thank you for your time.